My people, how's everybody doing today? I hope well. Make sure you hit that like button down there for me, please, if you do not mind. And if you do, of course, you will automatically be entered to win yourself a set of non-disposable gloves. Alright, make sure you check out DNKKnives.com if you're looking to purchase a knife, and if you do purchase from them, you can use this discount code behind the edge 10, and that will get you 10% off. I want to thank DNK Knives as well for all their support of the channel. That's a pretty cool card, ain't it? I like that picture. Anyway, make sure you follow me on Instagram if you don't mind. That would be great. Subscribe. There will be a link to Patreon if you'd like to support the channel in any way. That'll be in the description. The link to DNKKnives.com will also be there as well. Alright, today, as you can tell, we got a Hinderer. This is the Hinderer Eklipse. And arguably one of my favorite Hinderers that exist. This particular one is an S45VN. It was $425, and I got it from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and I was quite lucky in seeing this when I did. I wasn't even looking to purchase a knife. I was just going through their new arrivals, and I saw this, and I was like, holy crap, I cannot believe that is there. So I grabbed it. Just because these are hard to... I got lucky seeing this in time, and these random drops that Hinderer makes to the various knife retailers are random as crap, as far as I can tell. This particular one is the Spear Point, TriWay, and Battle Bronze, and FDE G10, which I like the flat dark earth. I like the colors of this knife. The Battle Bronze looks pretty damn good. I've never had one in Battle Bronze. Typically, I go for the working finish across the board or the stonewash, which their stonewash is not exactly my favorite, but it's not bad either. I do love the working finish knives. It's absolutely my favorite. There's a lot of pros and cons with this knife, as just with about any other knife. But before we go any farther, I really do like this knife and I enjoy it. So there is some things that I don't like about it, but I can absolutely live with that. And we're going to go through the pros first. First and foremost, it is made in the USA, and that is a wonderful thing. And what I think is awesome about part of that is they did not raise the price to match the inflation that's going on like everybody else has. I still paid $425 for this knife. I'm sure they could justify raising the price up to, you know, $100 or even maybe a little less, and people would still buy them. The fact that they did not do that, or knock on wood, they have not done that yet, is pretty cool. Next thing, TriWay. So the TriWay idea, and here's the insignia for that. That's how you know if one of these is a TriWay system, is it can be on bearings, on phosphor bronze washers, or on Teflon washers, and they send all those items to you. It comes with bearings. I took them off immediately and put it on phosphor bronze washers, which then makes the knife infinitely more useful to me. And the action is still superb. It's hard to get an idea of that underneath this camera. But yeah, I took the bearings out, which are fine. They're great bearings. They are steel, I believe. But I got those out immediately, because with the phosphor bronze washers, it's more useful to me because I can use it for work and not have to worry about getting a ton of debris into the bearings. And I work in a messy trade. So I'll get to that in a second. There's one bad aspect about this system here. Another cool thing they're using different steels. For the longest, they used one steel and one steel only that I'm aware of, except for on like sprint runs or specials. And that was typically S35VN. Then when on the current generation, they bumped it up to 20 CB, which is good. But now you're seeing a lot of S45. You're seeing 3V on the monkey edge. You're seeing M390 DLT does, and of course still the 20 CV, which is cool. I just like to see different knife companies using different steels. Also MagnaCut. I just had a half track in MagnaCut. I have no problem with S45VN. Everybody knows I do not care for S35, but so far as I can tell, the use that I've gotten out of S45 has been just fine, and it sharpens infinitely better than S35VN. I don't know what the differences are chemically of the two steels. I just know I like this one better. Now we're going to talk about the things I don't care for, and just like with the half track, the amount of different kinds of hardware drives me bananas. You have Phillips, you have T6, which T6 should not be on any American hard use knife, and you have this flathead. So you have three different kinds of hardware on the same knife, on a knife that was designed to have easy takedown. And it was designed to be able to work on it in the field easily, and it's just not. You have to have a spanner tool, especially when you first get it, because they use a crap ton of Loctite in here, and it's not red, but it is a lot in there. So a spanner tool is this guy. This is a SP10. The number is 10, so it is just wide enough to go across there like that. So you have to hold that with a bit driver and then unscrew it over here. And a flathead does not work best. I find a quarter or a dime works the best. And you have to disassemble it like that because this is a free spinning pivot. To me, that is extraordinarily outdated and should not exist. And that's just my opinion. So that's one bad thing about it. That's two bad things, actually. The different kinds of hardware all over this knife, and then the fact that you have to have two separate tools to get the pivot loose. Don't particularly care for that. Next thing is the geometry on this knife is not good. It's not the worst, but it is not good either. Crazy thick behind the edge. It is better than it used to be on their older models, but it is still not good. You have a nice, robust blade stock thickness. You have a very strong tip. I love all those things. The thumb studs act as a exterior stop pin as well as a interior stop pin, so your lockup is fantastic. All that good stuff does not make it cut better. We need thinner geometry or just better geometry. This knife would be much better with a nice hollow grind, or at least a thinner flat grind. Like as usual, like I say, you can get past some of that by sharpening it and keeping it extremely sharp, but in my opinion, they got to do better with the geometry of it. There's so many other knife companies, and even in the budget world, that have excellent cutting geometry, and this knife is designed to cut things, so it needs to do that, and it needs to do that well. So that being said, I still very much enjoy this knife. I have had many of the XM 3.5s. I've had a 3-inch XM 18. That is their flagship model. This is not. There is a zero tolerance, the 393 that was modeled after this. It's almost identical knife, actually, but it has even worse geometry. I think I like this knife better than the XM18. The flipper is not near as aggressive as it is on the XM18. One thing, though, this knife, the D10 is not great for a flipper. It is great for a thumb stud deployer, but I can fail it over and over trying to flip it. I could probably fail it. Yeah, I can fail it either way. So the D10 is better than the older models, but it is still not great. I've never handled an XM24. I have a feeling I would like that better than this knife and all the other Hinderers. But I have handled just about every other Hinderer. The half track, the full track. This is my second Eclipse, and the XM18 series. Looking forward to checking out an XM24, and I think I like it better just because it's much bigger. That's all I got for you guys today. This is just like a, not really a review. I just wanted to share this knife with you. I am going to do some cutting with this knife. I just built me a cutting station outside next to my shop. So, been working on camera angles and all that good stuff, trying to figure out the best experience, the best viewing experience for you guys. So, I'm going to start doing some cut testing with all my knives. Again, make sure you check out DNKKnives.com. Make sure you use the coupon code BehindTheEdge10 to get you 10% off. And if you'd like to support the channel, there's a link for Patreon in the description. All right, guys, have a great day. Later.